All right, well, take me through the season. Where does it start?
So you start, the cotton season starts really early.
And like Julie had mentioned earlier, it can vary regionally. But for Casa Grande, your farm.
Yeah, just a typical year for us. We'd start land prep pretty much early in the year, probably January, February, get it done. Even earlier than that if you're able.
And what is land prep?
Getting the field like disked and then listed, which is getting the rows up if you're going to put up rows or however it is to prepare the ground for planting.
And the rows are for irrigation control?
Yeah, it's for irrigation, and you have a furrow and you're setting it up for irrigation. Depending on, people vary in row width and size and things like that. There's a lot of different things. New people new innovative things are doing larger vegetable beds, trying to space plants further apart. Some people are flat planting. It all varies and depends on your area, but starts early season prep, then you're getting planted. Preseason irrigation, if you pre-irrigate, is done in March or so. And then and that's if you're going to plant in April. And then you're planted by May 15th normally, and then the process starts.
And how do you plant? A machine?
Yes, it's planted with
duster?
a machine. Yeah. The seeds are planted in with a machine, and then you go through, and there's processes after before that you mulch if you have the rows to get to the moisture level, so then the seed's able to get to the moisture easier. Then,
do you know how many seeds per acre is typical?
55,000 seeds per acre. Yeah.
It
varies. It could be 40,000 or anywhere to 60. 50,000 is probably a good number to say.
So the seed's planted, you have some mulch on it, it's irrigated. How long till we're sprouting?
It takes some time there, and then you're sprouted up, and we're looking at cotton, a few weeks out, and then you're cultivating, going through to kill small weeds. It's a little machine with metal fingers on it somewhat, and it goes through, it kills the weeds, and then you start going through the full processes. There's constant, you have to apply herbicide to keep the weeds down early in the season. And then beyond that, they put on a growth regulator. It's a product to keep the plants from getting too tall, because you want it to fruit more than you want it to grow tall. You want it to, add the fruit on. And so you're doing that throughout the season, applying herbicides. You have someone in the field checking for pests and letting you know how that's going. You're applying fertilizers. And then irrigation, you're never really stopping. There's a time in the beginning where you hold off on irrigation. And then once the heat starts, you're watering every probably 7 to 14 days. Depending on the timing and time of year, or, depending on your heat levels. And you do that up until September or so. And then you get ready for defoliation and harvest. And hopefully by Christmas this year with this rain, we'll get harvested.
And you bring out the big cotton pickers, and you have the ones that create the round bale in the back. It kind of dumps it out.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And before we get to the machine, I just want to keep going through the process a little bit. You said we're looking at defoliation. What are you looking at on the plant to say, okay, now is the time? Is it a moisture reading? Is it a bloom? What's the determining factor that, all right, crank up the machines? Let's get...
Yeah. So you want to make sure your bolls are finished, getting to the stage where they need to be for them to finish growing out. And then, and that is a hard time, especially with rain. I think Donnie made a comment the other day. He was growing 2 crops because he had it ready, and then we got that rain, and then it started growing again. So you're constantly you have to make a point in time decision of, okay, it's grown enough. We're at a point we can't keep making inputs. We need to terminate and be ready for harvest. So that's about when you decide. So you look at the growth and the overall stage of the plant.